Hello, our Libra darlings. I hope you are well. Welcome to Soulvine. This is Jamie. We're checking in for your energies mid-November and looking at how our past is currently impacting our present and where we're, leading to. So this is for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. If you feel this connects with you, fab. If it doesn't, check out the other parts of your chart. Like I said, there's Sun, Moon, and Rising available on this channel. You see a lot more content coming your way, so connect in. I'd love to get to know you, and I'm excited that you are here. For further information, just check the description box below, and we also have some spiritual swagger or more information how to support your journey. So again, all details are below. So Libra, what's been going on? What is it that you want right now? What is it that you want? What is it that you are calling in is kind of what I'm getting. So we've got surrender to the divine, full moon energy. So just to let you know, we'll get the moon cards, we'll get some more tarot and then further clarification on your path and your journey. But just looking at the overall top energies here, surrender to the divine. I don't know, Libra, if you have been holding on tight to creating what it is that you want to create and kind of maneuvering the pieces kind of like a chessboard in hope that it happens the way that you want. And I understand that aspect. I feel like, and what I'm visually seeing is just chessboard, like you're trying to put all the pieces together in your head for it to happen. But I feel that a part of this is also letting go and giving it openness to happen the way it's meant to happen. And if it's meant for you, it will come through, it will happen for you. But I feel there's this part of you that wants, some form of justice. That is part of your Libran energy. You're very mindful, straightforward, and also have that justification approach, okay, that things need to be fair, things need to be equal. But I think there's just some form of outcome I feel that you are desiring, but you're trying to make it happen in your head and hoping that's what's coming out, not realizing energetically you're putting it out there. So I just feel like there just needs to be some form of release, as it says, surrender to the divine, to open up space for what it is that you want. Spirit is letting you know that nothing is yet set in stone. So this is a mutable moon. So mutable moon is usually sitting in, kind of like a Piscean energy. Water, okay? A water energy. So one that is not fixed, one that has a place to grow, to shape, to form. So I think Spirit is kind of saying, like, life can create and become how you want it in that big vision that you have, Libra. At the same time, I think it's just like giving it space to form, I think is really what's happening. It's interesting. I'm kind of seeing like molecules, or like when you put like some mercury out and then it slowly starts connecting together, creating its own form and shape. But eventually in the end, while each molecule or whatever it may have its own formulation or way of maneuvering, at the end it still becomes whole, okay? And I just feel like that wholeness, that togetherness is going to arrive. It just may not come exactly as you expect. So just like Spirit saying, can you leave space for that? Because I have something special for you, but it just may not be exactly how you anticipate, okay? And then we've got show the world the real you. This is full moon in Aquarius. So I think, Libra, this is also bringing a part of you that kind of fun, edgy side that you have that creates you, that is the special version of you that makes you unique. And there's something about this that Spirit is asking you, put yourself out there in a new way. I don't think you have a problem with speaking the truth. I think there's a part of you that also holds a lot though internally, and doesn't like to be seen at the same time. You know, and there's a little bit of polarity in that, but I just feel that there's something that needs to come out, that needs to be showed off to the world, okay, is what I'm getting here, Libra. All right, let's dive in a little bit deeper and see what is going on for you. So let's see how your past is currently supporting or impacting your present. I'm just gonna reshuffle. All right, thank you, Spirit, for our Libra beauties. Libra. All right. So we've got the Emperor energy and the Page of Inspiration. And it's interesting here because I do feel that sense of a little bit of sense of control. And when I think of an emperor, I think that, you know, is an authority figure who's usually in control. While there's usually an authority on an authority, I'm feeling like a bit of control here. So there's something that I feel is being controlled or being orchestrated that you just may not be aware of, or maybe this could be you really wanting to take charge and lead in creating what it is that you want with this Page of Inspiration. For you, this is about creating that's something new and taking action towards it. I think there's a lot of inspiration that is going on within you, and you're trying to figure out how to make it happen. But for some reason, Spirit is saying things aren't happening yet, and maybe too, that's why you're trying so hard to make it happen. I don't know if there needs to be a little bit more patience here, Libra, but there's just something that it just seems a little bit of control. I don't know if there's someone around you who's controlling things and you're a bit frustrated and kind of want to, you know, smack them across the head and like, hello, let's get to it. Let's get moving. Let's go. Like, why are you doing this? Blah, 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 blah. Right? And I feel like there could be some frustration here with a certain person who's kind of like, I think of Family Guy. This is really weird. Erkin the jerk. It's kind of like someone who's like messing around and isn't a jerk at the same time of doing things that just don't need to be that way. Like someone who's making decisions and choices or not moving things the way that they should. And it's kind of like a leader who's in control but just doesn't have their shit together. And maybe that's someone that you're dealing with right now that is really frustrating you, and you're just like, I want to get this moving, I want to get this off the ground, I want this to happen, but you're fucking around with me and I don't know why you're doing it. So this could be part of like you trying to make things happen because someone else isn't doing their part, and that could be a potential here. But what's really interesting with nothing is yet in stone and with the Seven of Voices, I feel there's something that still hasn't been revealed yet to you and why things are taking as long as they're taking. But this also may give you new insight, okay, Libra? With the Two of Inspiration, I feel this is a new insight. You're starting to pay attention or looking at things from a different view and getting really focused and narrowed on in what you want. Sometimes delays in things, as you know, are actually a significant win, and a significant win to put you in the right place at the right time for the right situation of something that you want. And I feel that's what's happening here, that something's going to show up for you, and hence why nothing has perhaps moved forward the way you want, even with this frustration that you're feeling and emotion. And we're going to clarify this just so you know. All right, so let's have a look. Show the world the real you. I feel a lot of fun in this with the show the world the real you. I think there's a lot of fun and adventure underneath all this. All right, we've got Four of Emotions, Knight of Inspiration, and the Five of Inspiration. I feel that these all need to be together. So let's just have a look a bit deeper, showing the world the real you. I think there's a certain part of you that hasn't shown the world the real you. I think you're trying to ascertain, one, what you really want, and also in conflict in terms of which direction and which action you should be taking. And the only reason this has come up, which has been interesting, is because there is space for you to start questioning things. And I think that's what you're doing here. Like I said, something's going to reveal itself or show up that's going to put you on a new path of going, hang on, I need to start looking in different ways. I need to start connecting and looking at things differently and start taking action in a different light, in a different view. So which one is the real you here, Libra? Sorry. Which one is the real you? But for some reason, I feel like you feel that you're missing out. But it's like all of a sudden, this news, this information, this spark consurgence happens that's going to really start kicking off for you. But I think, again, it's making a decision on which version is you. And sometimes there's more than one version of who we are. But which one is the real you? Which one do you really need to show up for? Which one is more connected to this pursuit and passion that you have within you? I feel is what's coming up here. What else do we have for Libra? Thank you. And you've got the Muse of Materials. And I think once you connect in and figure that out, it's like, oh, you've got another card here. It's like you connect into this very abundant place, a very stable, abundant energy, very grounded. It's like all of a sudden you go from unsure, even though you got your sights set on something, because something reveals itself or revealed itself, or you've got this knowingness that something doesn't feel right. There's just something that's come up and come open. And so you start questioning things. Does this really excite me? Does this really feel good? Which action should I take? Which one excites me more? And it's interesting too, because if you start looking, I love this card, because when you actually start looking at it and you start paying attention to where these mirrors are sitting, a lot is around the function of the chakras. You may not recognize that, but I feel a lot has to do with that, okay? What gets you excited, what vibrates at your level is kind of what I'm feeling here, okay? And like I said, something's going to take off. Something's going to come in and something's going to take off, and it's going to set you on this path to this King of Materials, Muse of Materials energy, which is kind of like you're reaching the pinnacle of your success, of your stability and wealth creation. There's a path that's coming up for you, and one that you're excited about because it's something you want to celebrate. It's something that you finally like, yes, this is it. It's arrived. It's happening. But for it to happen, you had to have this frustration that perhaps you've been feeling, this sense of wanting to do something, wanting to go after something, and not understanding why it hasn't moved forward, not understanding why things aren't getting going. And there's a reason, because there's something that hasn't been revealed and something that you haven't seen yet that you don't know that's coming, okay? So if you're not there yet, something is going to show up for you, okay? Something is going to show up. So let's have a look at this Emperor energy a little further and this Page of Inspiration. Thank you, Spirit, for our lovely Libras. All right. Yeah. So you are seeking this new beginning. We know that. There's some new beginning. There's some form of action you want taken, okay? But I think, like I said, what you don't know, and as part of this Page of Inspiration energy, there's going to be more options and choices ahead. I just don't think that you know that, because being in the Page of Inspiration is still in the infancy of taking action, of growth, of creation. So just hang in there. Maybe you have choices, or maybe you're kind of like, what are my options? They're coming, okay? And there's a reason for this. So let's have a look at the Seven of Voices. Thank you. So you've got the Two of Cups. You've got the Four of Cups again, and the Knight of Pentacles. So what this is kind of saying, Libra, with the Two of Cups, the Four of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles with the Seven of Voices, there's something that's not balanced. Okay, and there needs some form of, I mean, you're very led on balance, on things being even keel, okay? Things of trusting the process, things that will work out divinely. And if they're not, that's when you'll come in and do what you need to do. But I don't think you like to get too involved in that aspect. but I think there's also a part of you that feels a frustration that comes with it, because there's also this knowingness about it. But whatever's happening here, this Seven of Voices is going to help balance it out. With the Two of Cups energy, is showing something is going to be revealed to balance things out, to shift things in what's meant to be coming together. When I think of the Two of Cups, this is about coming together, but also balance. So there's something here that's going to balance out. There could be an offer or opportunity that comes on in, but you're not recognizing it as yet as to be stable and to be a secure offer. But I don't know. I think there's something coming on in, but there's something that you're also questioning. So let's have a look at what this Two of Inspiration is. Yeah, just recognizing that you have to move on for it, because move on from whatever this Seven of Voices energy. Maybe it doesn't feel balanced. Maybe it, there's not that excitement anymore, and maybe it's not the solid offer that you anticipated or the solid opportunity that you thought. So you started to look in a new direction, or you're going to, and you're going to move towards that is kind of what I'm getting, okay? Just want to get one more for the Six of Swords, please. Yeah. And I think you're going to get the news or information that you need to move forward. And I think you're going to move forward quite quickly here, Libra, okay? So let's have a look at what Show the World the Real You is, and more on this Knight of Inspiration and making a decision forward. And I think this is it. You're looking for the right person, the right connections, the right people to help create that form of stability and balance. 3 is still very balanced. It's actually a very strong configuration. You think of when you have 3 things, it's held very well together. And I've been speaking about this lately because I think a lot of people don't realize the power of 3, okay? And I feel like there's some aspect here that there's going to be a form of collaboration and opportunity that shows up for you. But in part of this, what I like about this, Show the World the Real You, I mean, there's a person here, and respectfully, that is bearing themselves to, in many aspects. There's one bearing themselves to, they're proud in who they are, and they're okay being vulnerable and open to be a model and pursue what it is that they want to pursue, okay? There's another person who's leading the way as part of this power of 3, someone who's leading the way, someone who can mentor, and there's another person who can actually do the work and make it happen. So figuring out which part of the party that you are, each person has a valuable role, okay? And I think that's kind of what's happening here. Something shows up where you actually see your value and worth, and how everything now connects together and makes sense for you, okay? Yeah, so with this opportunity that comes on through, let's just get one more. Thank you, Spirit. With this 3 of Emotions and the King of Pentacles energy, or Muse energy, with the 4 of Swords, the Chariot, and the King of Pentacles, you've got a double king, okay? So whatever's happening here, you finally can take a breather. You can finally stop whatever battle in choice, decision-making, progress. I feel like, Libra, you can finally relax, because you know exactly where you're going and the direction and path that you're taking. And it's with this King of Pentacles energy. So whether it is you've been calling in this King of Pentacles, whether it's you that's in that energy of King of Pentacles, and you're also attracting more King of Pentacles energy, this is letting you know that there is stability, there is light at the end of this tunnel. And much as things weren't working, there's a reason, because you've got so much solid ground that you're moving towards. There's so much wealth, prosperity, functioning at a place that feels good. And I think that, again, perhaps you're being too hard on yourself and wanting things to work out a certain way, but there's been a reason behind it, and a very, very good one. So all of a sudden, You're going to get to a place where you find something is revealed and you're going to move forward very, very quickly, because I think it's just going to open space for you to really go after what you want and bring in the life, the desires, all those things that you've been thinking, just in a totally new way. And that's why nothing is set in stone for you right now. And it's a blessing in disguise. So I'm going to leave that with you. Appreciate you being here and hope this has supported your journey. We'll catch you later.